I am going to make, actually, boy, they're running back and forth like crazy. Probably 2 videos, I think. Because I was thinking about the one that I was going to make, and I realized I sort of should talk about something else that's, a direct sort of line from it, but they're not really, they really are totally separate things, so, and I have at least 2 cats running around behind me. The heck? Anyway, and I really think that I'm going to get judged about these videos. The heck is this wooden road? Can you see it? Pieces of wood. And I don't know what's up with that. Why? Well, okay, duh. Oh my God. I don't know why I'm going to be judged, or think I'm going to be judged. Maybe because I have this thing called avoidant personality disorder? Do you think? Anyway, as I'm kicking pieces of wood off to the side of the road so that people don't pop their tires, I'll get those neighbors mad at me for putting chunks of wood on their yard. Anyway, so there's my disclaimer that I always do lately, which is I'm going to be judged. I know this, so you don't have to do it. Or you can do it, you don't need to tell me, I already know it's happening. Anyway, what I wanted to talk about first was... Sorry, cats. I don't know you can see. There's one coming through the woods right now. Let's see if I can get the light on him. Do you see him? Do you see him? Do you see the eyes? Come on. It's Poppy. Anyway, I'll turn the light off. What I want to talk about is the mask that people put on when they go out and interact with people in the world. And how people with avoidant personality disorder sort of used it. Now, for myself, I put on as much as I can a normal mask. In the DSM descriptions, I think it's the old description. I don't think it's in the most current, but I've definitely read it before, is that people with avoidant personality disorder are overly concerned with appearance and putting up the best appearance because they want to be judged less. I don't really put all that much into like outward appearance, like what I look like, because I can't really control it that much. There's some people that do like complete, total transformations in order to fit standards. I don't, but I definitely do that when I interact with people. So that basically I come across as normal as I possibly can. And, yeah. So, geez, now that I'm actually making this video, I don't really know where I'm going. Other than to say it's completely the most average thing about people with avoidant personality disorder. They do this. I saw a sign a couple months ago that said something like, it was outside a restaurant, and they had a sign that said, I didn't fake a whole new personality just for you not to tip me. Tongue in cheek, but yeah, well, that's what I do. I fake a personality. I, yeah, I've been told this in therapy. I talk about everything and everyone else but myself. I have lots of stories to tell. I mean, 2 months ago, I was on the edge of a volcano. I got lots of stories to tell. And that can be really interesting to people. But I run out of stories relatively quickly. And then who I am is a massive disappointment. So, yeah. Yeah, so that's super common, and I think it's like a really super basic video that everybody's probably going, yeah, duh. Or they're going, oh, you're horrible, you put on a mask. You don't let people know the real you. You know, because if people reject this persona that I have developed, then it's not as harsh when the rejection comes. You know, I can kind of detach, but it is nearly to the point of a disassociation that, you know, I've made such a separation between this quote unquote personality that people are interested in and me. You know, it's not quite acting. It's more like putting my best foot forward. That I modulate my voice. I talk with a higher pitch because that sounds like girlier. I mean, I don't like actively think I'm going to do this. I've learned to do this. It's automatic. I sound differently when I'm talking to a stranger. I talk with accents. I grew up, you know, in a tourist trap in Maine. We saw tons of tourists. If I'm trying to be nice, I'm like trying to be courteous, I talk almost with a southern accent. When I read aloud to my son, which I haven't done for years, which is really sad, read any novel, I would read with a near British accent. I don't understand that. But I guess in my mind, British is literary. I'm reading a literary book. So to sound erudite, I put on this fake Brit accent. I don't know. And that's with my own kid. You know, and he lived with me. So, he knew who I really was. He didn't like me very much. Yeah. Anyway, so yes, I do that. And it helps. It's, I would say, an adaptive coping technique. No, and the disassociation type thing where I splinter myself off, I would say is adaptive, as opposed to maladaptive, because it's only allowing positive things to happen. It's probably not great. I bet that there were therapists that would argue that. But I mean, obviously, it's allowed me to do a whole lot of stuff that I wouldn't do if I was just not sort of splintering or whatever, or putting on this mask, or however you want to put it. See what I mean by I'm sure I'm going to be judged. But, I mean, it's not something I think about. It's something I just do. Ooh, I can smell something. Truthfully, it's not strong enough to be a skunk. So it's probably a porcupine. Did you know porcupines smell like skunks? Nearly? Well, they do. There's probably a porcupine around here. So my cats that were following me and gambling through the woods, I hope they stay back there and they don't interact with this porcupine. Okay, so given that that's how I interact with people, that especially if I don't have to interact with them more than once, then I put on this mask. And it is a fake or false personality. And I'm not the only one that does it. Anyway, kind of chilly out here. Anyway, there. I do that. Probably you do that. If you don't do that, maybe you could think of it like fake it till you make it. It's kind of like that sort of thing. I don't think that people talk about it, but I think they do it a lot. Okay, that's the end of the first video. Now, I'll turn it off and start recording the second video and see which one or either of these I actually put up online. Bye.